Improving English speaking is a detailed process, so it's important to choose the correct approach. If you're an executive using English as your second, third, or fourth language, firstly, congratulations on being a multilingual. And secondly, let's take some time together to consider what might be the best approach to optimizing your speaking skills, taking into account the nuance of English as a secondary language. My name is Dr. Sarah Lobegeigerderodriguez, founder at Cadenza and Speech House, a clinic for adults that focuses on pronunciation advocacy and empowerment using a phonetics-based approach. Today, I will be sharing suggestions as both an opera singer who needs to sing confidently on stage in multiple languages using different pronunciation systems, an executive speaking coach in my role at Cadenza, and lastly, also as a clinical speech pathologist for adults with extensive experience in phonetics-based training to gain clarity and accuracy. Perhaps you want to sound more confident, command the room, or stop having to repeat yourself in corporate. But how do you determine what is the best approach? Pronunciation training or high-performance communication sessions? Potentially something like elocution, enunciation, or public speaking training. Today's episode is designed to get you started so that you can identify the key things that your communication might need focus with. We're going to position today's discussion for you as an executive or influential industry leader who is approaching communication using English as one of your many languages. So, how can you determine what is the best pathway forward to enhancing your communication? Pronunciation training, old school elocution, public speaking class, drama class? Where should one begin? The world is comprised of linguistic and cultural diversity, giving each person's life a rich and valuable identity. Culturally sensitive practice informs our business and work at Cadenza and also Speech House Clinic, so we dedicate our attention in this area firstly to advocacy. Being a multilingual communicator has a whole lot of benefits. Firstly, consider the scope that's at your reach. You can reach a greater expanse of people more than a monolingual. Secondly, I want you to think about the experience that you have to offer. Cross-continental knowledge, interlinguistic understanding will contribute to your field, discipline, business, and expertise. Thirdly, you might want to consider to advocate for yourself the perspectives you can bring. You can probably come up with fresher ideas, novel solutions, and innovative suggestions in your job or business, maybe more so than others, by virtue of being a multilingual. We have numerous studies that back up that multiple language skill informs increased creativity, emotional intelligence, tolerance, problem solving. I really want you to focus on how speaking more than one language is not a setback, it's a huge advantage. Even so, despite these winning attributes, barriers may still arise. Research by Dr. Foucault from Social Accent tells us that when the brain is listening to a foreign accent, different from our own, it needs to work harder to understand what is being said. And yet it's also been found that an accent does not necessarily impact drastically on your speaking intelligibility. After all, everyone has one. An accent, that is. Yet, communication difficulties are still occurring in the workplace, in exam situations, in job interviews. There can be some setbacks. All our videos are created by real humans, without Gen AI, using research-backed insights to help you shine at work. How then can you best target these barriers? Well, at Cadenza, we take these nuances around pronunciation, speaking confidence, accent variation into deep account. And with an ethical response, we take our first path forward. I would like to encourage you to read our position statement on racism. I've linked that in the comments below because I think that provides a very ethical, clear setup to advocate for you. So be sure to check that out. Speaking with confidence is surely a virtue you're aiming to acquire. Researchers from McGill University have found that negative bias, whether intentional or unintentional, makes listeners trust people with accents different to their own less. How demoralizing. I'm really disappointed by this research. This premise holds because the speech sounds that occur different to the listeners create a distraction. However, research published in the journal Neuroimage found the following. If multilingual speakers appear confident when speaking, their credibility drastically increases even in the face of accent variation. So if you want to improve your English speaking, it pays to know what features make you sound more confident. So for you as an executive, it may be more about focusing on confident delivery than sounding precise and perfect from a pronunciation perspective. At Cadenza, we implement verified communication techniques so that you can enhance your executive presence, charismatic delivery, and credibility no matter the language you're speaking. Our goal is to work with you to enhance your executive communication, of which pronunciation is only a minor part. So let's go back to our original question. Will pronunciation training or career communication be the best fit if you feel less than confident speaking English as an executive? We've mapped out a key contrast table between how communication training that occupies this high-performance communication approach versus classic pronunciation training will serve you in different ways. High-performance communication training focuses on your speaker confidence, where for the most part, a pronunciation program, as provided through my adult speech pathology clinic Speech House, will focus on your ability to integrate mechanically sets of sounds for the language in question. Cadenza's high-performance communication services aim to improve your communication agility, delivery, and presentation. We provide you with evidence-based strategies to have more impact and influence when communicating. Our sessions can focus on a range of communication settings, including, but not limited to, business meetings, job interviews, boardroom communication, public speaking, one-to-one interactions, team communication, client, customer, and stakeholder strategies. You will learn voice techniques to sound more confident, how to provide more assertive language, and build your interpersonal skills using charisma, credibility, and authenticity strategies. These can be used to increase your effective leadership potential, build connections more successfully, enrich team cohesion, and give you a competitive advantage in the workforce as well as your industry. In contrast, a pronunciation training program, as covered through my clinic Speech House, will support your speech pronunciation. Often referred to as accent reduction, this approach strives to focus on how the sounds of a specific language are produced using your speech anatomy. While highly useful to build up your flow and connection when speaking, if you're a multilingual or in a high-pressure career, this will not be sufficient to gain composure and distinctly confident delivery in those high-stakes environments like the boardroom and on stage. Pronunciation training typically focuses on specific sounds, words, phrases, and is much closer to clinical methods than career-based methods. At Cadenza, our aim is for you to walk away with the skills you need to reach your full career potential. We're more than happy to discuss with you suitable approaches to fine-tuning your career communication and building a confident professional profile. The Cadenza protocol anchors all that we do and enables us to provide expert, action-based communication consulting backed by science rather than opinion-based coaching so that you can achieve robust speaking outcomes for your team and your brand. We use the Cadenza protocol to integrate sessions that are personalized, evidence-based, culturally sensitive, very important in this respect today, neurodiversity informed, and action-based so that you're simulating the behaviours you want to see come out in your communication in daily life. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I'm going to leave another video at the end that I really want you to check out that will take these ideas further. If workplace communication is a concern for you or your business or team, you can find more information about how to get started at Cadenza. We provide communication training pathways for individuals, teams, and executives, so be sure to check out the resources provided in the description box. I've also left some blogs that might build up your speaking advocacy and give you new ideas as a multilingual speaker of English with a focus on your executive communication profile. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Looking forward to seeing you in our next one, and ciao for now.